Alright, as much as I'm going to hate this, much as I'm going to hate as much as I'm going to hate this and hate as much as I hate starting anything, I guess, you just got to get through that first period of the discomfort of something turning out bad, because I know that's how it's going to be. But this is the first ever podcast, and it feels so stupid, so gay saying that, but what are you going to do? I wanted to start one way back in 2018, I remember. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, shit, I wish I would have done it back then, but I didn't, so I'm going to do it today. And, okay, sorry. So yeah, way back in 2018, I remember wanting to start one even before I even knew what a podcast was or ever listened to a podcast. I just thought it was a good idea to do it, and that was way before everyone and their mother had one. And it's kind of a problem, because it's a problem with just all social media. I feel like 99% of the people that have, including myself, have an Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube channel, a podcast, shouldn't have one. Or, just 99% of the people that open their mouth probably shouldn't even say it. Like, say anything, shouldn't even open up their mouth. 99% of the people shouldn't open up their mouth. But I'm grateful for the 99% of the people who do, or, it's kind of the beauty in it. It's like, if 99% of the people didn't, swing and miss, or say something stupid, or have that garbage podcast or garbage YouTube channel, then there would never be the 1% that kind of like, that I'm grateful to have, to hear somebody have a good thought, or a good video, a good Instagram page, a good any kind of social media, any words, like to hear somebody say something that's actually valuable or interesting. And so 99% of the shit that I'm probably going to say is not going to be valuable or important or interesting. But I'm just hoping that 1% of everything that's spewed out of my mouth could potentially be worth it. Worth all the 99 that isn't. I like podcasts more than any other format, because it allows for me to focus on something way longer than anything else. Like, way longer than scrolling through Instagram, or having a TikTok brain. It's like, I feel like it's for those people who actually want to sit down and listen to what people have to say, what's going on in people's brains, or their opinions, or their stories, versus any other social media out there today. You don't really find a lot of people actually able to concentrate for a long period of time, and that's me too. It's just, it's hard to just slow down and just actually not consume shit. Consume garbage, because that's all it is. It's just a waste of time. So it's nice though to be able to listen to somebody talk, or versus listening to music or any other, what else would you be doing? Reading, I don't know, being productive. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just talk about shit that what I feel I want to talk about. Some things that have been going on in my brain lately. I've kind of just been failing back to back on like everything I do. Like, I don't want to eat healthy. I don't want to work out. I don't want to make anything. I don't want to pick up my camera. I don't want to edit. I don't want to work. I just love being lazy so much more than doing anything that requires an ounce of effort. And honestly, I just don't know how people do it. I don't know how people. I don't know how successful people do it. The people that have broke through the laziness. Because I know everybody is. Everybody wants to just not do anything. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to put in effort. It's how everyone's brain is wired, and it just feels like it's just a constant battle with yourself to like actually do anything. Just such a you have to actively make the choice to not be a sack of shit, and it's so hard. It's so much easier to just be the sack of shit than it is to be, to try at anything. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish it was easy to motivate yourself to just do whatever it is that you want to do. But it's not. There's such like a feeling to like fill dead space in this while I'm talking. Like I feel like I have to have a thought at every moment. I feel like I have to be thinking about everything just all the time. Dead air. I drove 5 hours to Virginia the other day. And honestly, it was infuriating how bad people are at driving. I don't know why I thought to bring that up, but it's just kind of something that's been sitting in my head for a while. It's just I wish everybody just knew that the left lane was not for cruising at the same speed as the right lane. Just make life so much easier. The one thing that infuriates me more than anything is somebody going slow in the left lane. And it still bothers me right now. It's stupid that that I let it bother me. Why am I thinking about that still after driving? Not even in a car now when I'm thinking about it. I guess maybe a part of me just wants to tell everyone just get out of the left lane if you're watching this. You shouldn't be in the left lane. I don't know. Get out of the fucking left lane. So weird. I heard something about it's the new year, 2024. My birthday's coming up in a couple weeks. But I heard something interesting the other day that it's the second week. January 14th is when everybody quits their goals. They stop trying to eat healthy, and they stop trying to work out, and they stop whatever goals they set for that year, whatever New Year's resolution that they set, they quit. And it's like, I just don't want to let myself quit at any point of this year. It's only the first month. It's the first 2 weeks. Most people fail at their goals within the first 2 weeks of a year. They set out to do something and they don't do it. And I have so many goals this year. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of them. I don't think that's the point either. I want to. I wish I could just check them all off the list, That would be amazing. It would make for a great year, a transformative year. But as long as I could get a fraction closer to that goal, I guess that's a win for me at the end of the year. If I can get a fraction closer to writing a book, running a marathon, starting a podcast, eating healthy, and getting enough money to feel happy with myself, then I'll be one step closer to hopefully being happy. That's the goal. You just want to get everything you can done in this life. I feel like it's just flying by. Every week that goes by, I think, wow, I didn't do enough that week. I should have done more. I'm not doing more. I need to start doing more right now. That's kind of the point why I'm even making this video right now, this podcast, I'll call it. It's kind of funny. It's this amateur train of thought. It's because I know I'm going to get better at it. It's kind of the whole point. It's like you start something, you're shitty at it. You start any sport, you're shitty at it. You start working out, you're going to be shitty at it. But eventually, you just keep compounding. Making something bad is better than never making something at all. You know, doing something shitty is better than never doing it. Because you're going to learn how to get better at it. Or, even if you don't get better at it, at least you made it. At least you tried. Because it's so dangerous. Like, the older I get, the more sick of myself I get that I don't try things. And that's kind of the point of doing this. It's like, I wish fucking years ago, I wish in 2018 when I was still in high school, wishing I started a podcast. I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have started this YouTube channel earlier. I wish I would have started everything earlier. I wish I would have started trying. There's so much, but it's just like living in the past. You can't do that. You just have to do it now. I have to do it now. Or else it's, then it's just going to be 5 more years down the line, 10 more years down the line. I'm going to look back and be like, oh, you still didn't do those things you wanted to do. You still didn't try those things you wanted to try. That's the worst feeling ever. That's kind of the whole point. Like, I constantly am just thinking about the regret that I might face as I'm 80, looking back at my life and being like, wow, I wish I would have done those things that I always wanted to do. Because that'll be the worst feeling ever, is having that regret. That regret would be way worse than trying it and sucking at it. Trying it and failing. Because I think failing is just part of it. I think a lot of people, and including myself, look at it like failing isn't supposed to be a part of success in any form. You're not supposed to fail to succeed, but that's kind of, you have to trip upwards. That's the point. Failing upward. That's kind of a oxymoron, I guess. Is that the right word? Yeah, I guess it's just how it's going to work, I'm going to make 100 shitty podcasts before I make one good one. I hope it comes earlier than that, but that's the reality of it, I don't know where this is going to go. I know that it's going to start off bad. That's kind of the point. Like, I want to call it something that it resembles, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, It's gonna be horrible until it's not. It's gonna be half-assed until it's not. Yeah. Well, it's only 14 minutes, but it's 14 minutes that I did versus didn't do, so we'll see. We'll try again tomorrow and see if it's any better. It won't be. 1% better. But yeah. Yep.